Madhvi 11 years old, founder of the ecoethics movement. When I was 5 years old, I came to know about the plastic pollution and its root cause, the oil and gas industry. Even the oil and gas industry has destroyed our planet. ExxonMobil, the biggest polluter in America, plans to pump 25% more oil and gas in 2025 than it is today. If the rest of the industry pursues even modest growth, the consequence for the climate will be disastrous. We are already heading into the disastrous path. Many countries in the African continent are also auctioning off lands in the Congo Basin for new oil and gas permits. The oil and gas industry must be held accountable for the environment devastation caused by fossil fuels and covering up what they knew along the way. I will list all the various environmental devastations caused by the oil and gas industry. Number 1, plastic pollution. It is predicted that there will be more plastics than fish in the oceans by 2050. Plastics are the byproduct of the oil and gas industry. They make huge profits out of plastics too. In 2021, after nearly 2 years of my determined efforts working with 35 mayors across the state, with Governor Polis and with State Representative Lisa Cutter, Alex Valdez, Julie Gonzalez, now single-use plastic bags and styrofoam containers are banned in the state of Colorado. But still, there are many more ways the oil and gas industry is pumping plastics into our societies. Let's refuse plastics. Number 2, coastal cities and small Pacific and Caribbean islands are struggling to keep rising sea levels at bay. Cities like Miami Beach, Florida, Galveston, Texas, Ocean City, Maryland, all have 70% of their housing in the risk zone. Number 3, coastal and Midwestern states watching mega rains causing flooding, destroying crops and homes. Like Kentucky, like it's happening now. Number 4, forest fires in Colorado, where we're staying right now, like the Marshall Fire, in California, and also all over the globe. I recently came back from an activism combined vacation trip from Europe and was caught in the heat wave of 116 degrees Fahrenheit in Spain and witnessed forest fires. My dad also volunteered for Marshall Fire residents. Number 5, drought. It's happening everywhere globally. All must be aware of the water scarcity in Lake Mead and Lake Powell, a lifeline for millions in the Midwest and the US. Number 6, fishing communities are losing catches due to warming waters. Number 7, land temperatures rising in Colorado and also globally. In India, the land temperature has risen to 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 8, air pollution. Denver was rated in the top 10 cities for air pollution in August 2021, primarily because of ozone caused by oil and gas companies. Number 9, water pollution. Many are aware of microplastic pollution, but many are still not aware of PFAS. It's a dangerous, non-biodegradable, bioaccumulating chemical that is polluting our aquifers and used by the oil and gas industry for fracking. Well, by bioaccumulation, I mean like our dairy, beef, fish, crops, all are contaminated and made non-consumable. I repeat, non-consumable because of this chemical. I worked with Governor Polis to declare March as PFAS Pollution Impact Awareness Month, and in the previous legislative session, I worked with State Representative Ms. Lisa Cutter and Governor Polis to ban PFAS use by oil and gas companies and in many consumer products. It is the first in the US and the world to ban PFAS usage by oil and gas companies. Please visit my website to know more. Number 10, soil pollution. Our soils and ecosystems are also polluted by TNOR. It's radioactive waste produced water by fracking and oil and gas exploration. Listen, Exxon and Chevron reported unprecedented profits to the sum of $17.85 billion and $12 billion respectively on high oil and gas prices. Now, shouldn't these oil conglomerates be held accountable for all of the above climate disasters? Shouldn't these oil conglomerates pay damages for all the above climate disasters? Shouldn't these oil conglomerates take urgent action to reduce further harm from burning fossil fuels? Many positive things have been done through legislation by the current Colorado government under Governor Polis, but there is more to do. I have also started the Parents to the Polls campaign. because children cannot vote. So we all children urge and want all parents, grandparents, and all adults to vote for climate action governments in the upcoming election. All is being lost for my generation and future generations. We cannot keep simply watching and just go on as business as usual. We want everyone to wake up to climate crisis, primarily the banks and financial institutions funding the oil and gas industries.
Yes.
So join me in demanding President Joe Biden and Governor Polis 3 things. Number 1, declare climate emergency immediately. Number 2, officially acknowledge the climate crisis unfolding before our eyes. And number 3, stop issuing new permits to oil and gas industries. Everyone repeat after me. Declare climate emergency now. No to fossil fuels.
Declare climate emergency now. No fossil fuels.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your leadership.